for Financial Focus. Steve Budin is here. Steve, good to see you.
You too.
Okay, so last Monday we talked about Wall Street and that terrible start to the new year, and then it just kind of kept snowballing. It got worse and worse. What happened?
It was the worst year since records of being kept. The Dow Jones Industrial Average Index and the S&P 500 Index were indexes created early in the 20th century, so about 100 years of history. Worst week ever. And actually the markets are down again today, and if it does close down today, it's the first 8-day losing streak for some of the indexes since 2008, and we know 2008 was a tough year.
Wow. And is there any good news on the horizon? I know a jobs report just came out.
Yeah, the jobs report last Friday was pretty good. There was a couple of things that concerned me about it. The economy created close to 300,000 new jobs, but as I looked a little bit closer, it showed that job creation for folks under 30 went up a little bit, and job creation for folks over 60 went up, which tends to be more temporary type of jobs. The folks in the middle, the report was fairly flat. So, you can parse this report, like I mentioned last Monday. Both sides of the political aisle can parse that report and pick and choose what data they like the best. It was a good report, but nothing great. If we get a couple of months of those, then I'll be a little bit more happy about it.
So somewhat bittersweet.
Yeah.
As for oil, though, a lot of people really enjoying the really low oil prices.
Yep.
I mean, we are seeing prices in some places less than $2.
Yeah, I was out of town last week, and I filled up with premium for less than $2.20 a gallon. And I think you're going to continue to see this. Oil this morning hit $33, $32.50 a barrel. That's the lowest since 2003. So remember, for an economy like Nevada, where a lot of drivers come in, that's actually really good news. Nevadans and Californians, for that matter, haven't felt the full effect of the price drop yet. We're waiting for that. Hopefully it'll be sooner than later.
Yeah, and we're also watching China because it's really confusing. What's going on over there?
I don't even think they know what's happening over there. I mean, the Chinese economy has been carrying the world economy for the last few years. And I've said this, with a communist government, you got to take their data points with a grain of salt because they're always going to do what makes them look good. But now you're beginning to see some breaks in the ranks here where the data they just can't argue with. The banks there are over leveraged. They've done a lot of lending. The stock market is crashing. And we'll see how the government reacts to the bad news. But it does have a spillover effect because, we're in a global economy, and a lot of what China was doing was helping us.
Sure.
We'll see in the next couple of weeks if China can really, right this ship.
All right, Steve, and you're our financial expert here, so we want to ask you about the Powerball.
I don't have the answers if you're asking me.
You don't have the numbers. You can't give us the numbers, but is it worth standing in line? 1.4 billion.
Yeah, if you win, it certainly is worth it. But 1.4 billion, and it's funny. There's 300 million combinations.
Sure.
So technically, you could buy every combination and guarantee yourself a victory. However, that assumes you don't split it, right?
Yeah.
If you buy every combination and split it 10 ways, you made a bad investment. But hey, if somebody's going to dream and blow $20, $30 on it, nothing wrong with that. But it is interesting that you drive by all the lotto places and the lines are wrapped around the building three times over. I think it says a lot about the current economy that we're in right now.
Yeah, it's nice to dream.
Absolutely.
I'm going to buy an island.
It's worth $20.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Steve, good to see you.
Sure.
We're going to be right back here on Midday. Stay with us.